Wednesday lunch break. I always start with there we go again. A few years ago, my mum and I both purchased a lemon and a lime tree from the same place. This is my lime. I had them both in tubs. The lemon tree was in that one. But at some stage, the lemon got too wet and the roots rotted, and ended up with only having one main root left, and it was a bit wonky. So last spring I pulled the lemon tree out, gave it a good hard prune back, transplanted it into this pot to give it a chance to grow some roots again. And now that it's supposedly in the dormant time, I guess, winter, they don't seem to ever go dormant, but anyway, it's got its leaves on, it's feeling way more secure than it was. I'm going to put it back in a tub again, but I can't put it in that one because my strawberries are actually growing. I thought that they would die and they'd be gone by the time I wanted it back. So I've got another tub over here which has not been doing much. I did have my chilies in it which didn't survive. But the problem was with the other one that I didn't have any big enough drain holes. You can see that's the hole I did have. We had 4 of those, and it just clogged up with dirt. So emptied it, flipped it over, drilled some nice big holes. Got some bigger wheels. I did have little ones on it, but they got crushed. So some bigger wheels to put on. So I'm just about to screw them on. Then we've got our wheelbarrow full of soil, which I'll put back in, but I'm going to mix in with it some blood and bone and some manure and some citrus dynamic lifter, and blend it all together, and hopefully it will end up being like my lime tree, which this past season I couldn't stop from growing. It went crazy. Okay, so that's lunch break today. I'll see you when I finish. Okay, got my wheels on, and I've got it in the spot I'm going to put it. And I just realised I should probably explain that with holes that size, that big, that if I just left it like that, the dirt's going to fall through. So what I do is I've got some of this plastic gutter guard that you use for keeping the leaves out of your gutters. What I'll do is cut a length of that. Use a staple gun, staple it down over those holes. And I know the staples will rust and disappear, but it's just to hold it down until I get the soil on. And that should keep the soil inside the tub. Cut little bits. Oh, I'm going to put some gravel down on the bottom as well. I'll show you that in a second. So, gutter guard's in place. Time for the gravel. So now we've chucked in about 2 inches of scoria gravel. That'll just help the water flow through and stop it from being boggy. Alright, I got halfway full and I thought, I'd better stop because I have to put the plant in yet. But just to explain, I sprinkled on some blood and bone and mixed that in. And then some composted cow manure, chucked in a half a bag, mixed that in with the bottom bit, put in more soil, put in the rest of the bag with some blood and bone and cow manure in the soil. And the other thing I forgot to mention is I'm just adding a bit of sand. This one is actually brick sand, which is fairly coarse, but I find sand is very good. It's obviously used to assist drainage. You can see these particles are fairly big, so it assists in drainage, but it also retains moisture itself, so excuse me, that'll stop it from clumping and going hard, as well as allowing it to drain so my poor tree doesn't drown again. So now it's time to bring the pot over and hopefully get it in the barrel without breaking it. And I forgot to put gloves on. Okay, he's all transplanted. I just It was a bit mushy in the bucket it was in because I had it in a tray with some water from the recent rains, so it was a bit mucky on the bottom. I think the roots have grown a little bit since I put it in, so hopefully it grew leaves back. It was just a stick before. So hopefully this will help it grow legs. It's got plenty of goodness in the soil. Also sprinkled the dynamic lifter on top, given it a layer of straw, and planted its tomato friends back with it. So that's it for lunch. If anyone has any hints, suggestions, ideas on looking after and maintaining a lemon tree and nursing it back to health when it's only got one main root left, please let me know, because I'm sure it's going to need all the help it can get. And I haven't got the soil up too far up the stem either. Make sure it doesn't get rot. Alright, gotta go wash my hands and go back to my desk. I'll catch you soon.